It just happened.
On your website,
Two
is
months
it?
ago.
It's all
It's not that kind of a meeting.
Oh, not that kind of.
So what it is Fred Gaylord at the school district
Okay.
is working with Mike Knoll to try and coordinate all this.
So we wouldn't have known anything about it unless we just found out about this meeting. That's the,
But you're more than welcome
there's
to
the
do it
gray.
then.
In my opinion, y'all wanna know, there's my gray area. We're not working together, we have been less informed, per se.
Well, we did not know you were approaching the school district.
Yes, you did.
We found out afterwards.
They've had a meeting a couple weeks ago
It was.
with the school, and when you was up here,
It
we
was
told
actually,
you we wanted,
it was actually.
when y'all was here, we told y'all we wanted that sewage system.
Right, and we agreed to it.
So you just said we didn't know that? What?
We did not know you were
It's
meeting.
irrelevant, I just
We
wanted to
did
be
not know you were
heard,
meeting with
my
Lex Sargent.
It
aggravation with
seems
the
like a whole lot of
county.
people been meeting, and a lot of people didn't know about it, because I don't know about none of it.
Yeah.
It seemed like a whole lot of people been meeting, and folks don't know.
Yeah.
So it's like, who meeting with who?
Well, I come up here weekly to find out what.
Just saying, I'm just saying, it's a whole lot of meeting goes on. that
I'm
people
not a
don't know
member
about.
of the utility committee anymore, I resigned that position,
Just saying.
but that utility meetings every 2 weeks. Anybody's welcome to come, it's advertised, it's every 2 weeks, and all these issues are discussed. And I would add, I had no idea about the meeting before I was in school, or neither did David or anybody else. I mean,
This has not gone to the level yet where we're bringing it back to the boards. It is literally just a staff discussion to try and see if the city of Lake City would be willing to participate.
So you're saying you should have known that Fort White met with the school board
I
about
said we
the
didn't,
town
I
of
didn't
Fort
say I
White
shouldn't know.
sewage?
I said, we didn't know.
What's your point?
Ronnie and I
So,
called.
again, this is not to the level that it would come before the boards. This is merely a staff level discussion with the school district they wanted to have after school started. So this was all delayed until after school started.
Ms. Connie kind of cleared that up a little bit, because Greg had called about the master plan. So when you were here at the last meeting, I think in June or May, June, the question came across the table. Do y'all want the sewage system?
Mhm.
And we said yes.
Right.
So we went a step further after that meeting, when Greg called Ms. Connie about it, said, do you want to go ahead and line that meeting up with Les Carswell and Fred Gaylord, or whoever, Les
No, you guys
Carswell
let-
can.
You guys met with Lex.
Right, right.
We've been working with
But that's
Fred
after.
Gaylord at the staff level.
Right. And that's
So again, we're
after.
working at the staff level, not the
Right.
elected officials or the superintendent
And
level.
our main concern in that meeting was the sewage also, but the main concern was that Ford. I mean, we definitely want the Ford.
I'm getting there.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm just saying, that was the
Because
main.
we knew about it before.
Yeah, but the sewage was involved in it also, we talked about it on that meeting.
Not before, yes, but not.
Right, we
before.
asked if you would be
Anything about the
interested.
food, the food.
If you were not interested, we wouldn't have
We
pursued
talked about that. Yeah, we talked about that one, too.
And the sewer.
He asked about the sewage, the full out.
The reason that we contacted Lex Carswell so that we could get some
Oh, the
answers
fort.
to give
Yeah, the
to.
Ford.
I thought you said Ford. I thought you had 4RD, and I was like, are we talking about pickup truck?
He said it's forced.
Yeah,
so
the
rel-
fort, that's in that same.
Y'all got us with a morning. That's what.
All right, guys,
Mr. Mayor.
let's get back to the meeting, please.
Yeah, I think y'all got all us confused here.
I'm confused.
Y'all got all us confused with what that was going on here. Something going on in the county, something going on in the town, and the town and the county need to come together. Then y'all need to get on the same page, and if it's something in Lake City that Fort White need to know about, who's up there should be telling somebody in Fort White about the meeting, because in a meeting like this, y'all got all these rules up here, we need to be talking nice and all this kind of stuff, and no arguing and all this here, but this is going crazy. I mean, who do we need to ask, hey, when y'all having something in Lake City and it pertains to Fort White, can we find out about it? I think that's where we need to go with this, because this is getting crazy here tonight.
I mean, they're county meetings, so whether it's Lake City or here.
All right, Ms. Connie, get back on topic.
Okay, the fort.
Please.
We also discussed the fort with Mr. Carswell, because we have been told that the school was wanting, or the school system rather, was wanting to divest itself of the fort. There is a lot of sentiment attached to the fort for a lot of people in Fort White. They went to school there, et cetera, et cetera. Mr. Carswell indicated that the fort would be available June 1st, 2024. He is very interested in the town obtaining the fort, and we would, you know, it's in good shape, the mold has been repaired, et cetera, et cetera. So it is in good shape. They're using it until June 1st of 2024. He does not want it to sit empty, therefore he recommended that we write a letter to the school board and contact Miss Dana, what's her last name?
Get in.
Good.
She is the chair, and request that, let it be known. So I'm asking for permission tonight from the board to be able to write that letter and send it to the school board. And they will address it at their next school board meeting to make arrangements for the fort to be deeded over to the town of Fort White. So I need a motion given permission to come to write the letter.
Do we need to make a motion to that, or that just a
Yes.
guidance?
Yes, we're talking about taking possession of a big piece of real estate, yeah, you guys want to make that a motion.
The plan would be to go in and assess it and hopefully move town hall over to the fort. And have a decent meeting room, so we're not all in like sardines, because they have offered the use, once we take over the fort, they have offered us the use of the auditorium for our meetings, that's right next door to the fort. The reason we can't do it now is because there are no bathroom facilities in the auditorium. But if we have the fort, we would be able to have the fort open for bathroom facilities to be available when the auditorium is being used.
Need a motion, guys. Y'all want the fort.
Make a motion for the county to deed
School district.
to the school district to
To formulate a letter requesting ownership of the fort from the school board.
I make a motion for the county for the county, for the town to write a letter to the county,
To the school district.
to the school district. I'm getting another courthouse.
Be right to the county, but we don't know.
Go with it, you got it.
Second?
I second.
So all in favor of the town writing a letter to the school
To the
district
school district, yeah.
for the fort, say aye.
Aye.
Did all opposed say nay? All right.
Okay, number 16. Part of our process with ad valorem assessments for next year, not this year, but next year, we have to have a budget that shows what the proposed ad valorem assessment would be spent on. This is, I've attached the proposed budget for ad valorem taxes. This is not carved in stone. This is simply just showing we'd have approximately $156,800 if we assess 4.9 mills on $32 million valuation of property. So this is simply a suggested use of those funds. If y'all have any other things that you want, or you want to change this, please let me know. But Mr. Lander is leading this budget to be made part of the ad valorem assessment packet for approval. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am. What we're gonna do between now and the end of the year is we'll need to have public hearings on adopting the millage rate. Which again, won't go into effect until next year, it'll be assessed next year. But between now and the end of the year, we'll need to have public hearings on adopting the millage rate. Part of the justification for the millage rate is adopting the budget. Now, I believe what Ms. Connie's giving you is some numbers that show for some specific items and things, so when we adopt our budget, it'll be more of a general, operating expenses, equipment, things like that. This is a good way of showing you guys what we can use it for if we adopt it. It's a good way to justify the amount of the millage and what the budget will be used for the public. What we're gonna do with the money, the tax is what we're gonna do with the money. But again, these things have to be heard at public hearings, so this is just a way for you to start, wrapping your mind around it, and also to have discussions with the public.
Add more